Second, yeah, Dr. Sreesha Sudhakar will be talking to us on a very important topic on the approach to siblings, and she'll be sharing her experience. Dr. Sreesha is the sibling of Srijit Sudhakar, who is our Nischinta family member, and she is the daughter of our Vice President Major Sudhakar Pillai. She has been very caring and concerned uh, for her differently abled brother, and had been taking responsible interaction since childhood. She has had her education as well as extracurricular activities in sports and cultural activities in spite of limitations of time and added home tasks. Dr. Sreesha did her 10th from KV Hemambika Nagar, plus 2 from Kotagiri Public School, Nilgiris as a boarder. Graduated in biotechnology from CMS College, Coimbatore, and MSc from Bhartiyar University. She was the gold medalist with first rank. She was awarded fellowship from Department of Science and Technology for research in IISER, that is Indian Institute of Science Education and Research from Thiruvananthapuram in biological science. She's a fresh PhD, just 26 days old, I would say. That is, the PhD was conferred on her on 2nd of this month. Yeah, so
very specific.
Fresh with lots of ideas in mind. Yes. She's married to she is married to Shiva Prasad, working in Metronics, an American firm. They are blessed with a 2-year-old son. One second. Yes. They're settled in Nedumangad in Trivandrum district now. I think I was thinking during the inaugural session of this webinar series that we started on 8th of October during the inauguration of our this facility and the sessions by the managing director of BPCL. I think our CEO Venkat ji had a conversation with Sreesha, and 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 they have been conversing on possible interactions in Nischinta. So I think this is the first of its kind, I would say, that resulted from that conversation, and also from the support of Major Sir. So it is over to you, Sreesha, Dr. Sreesha, for your presentation. Please.
Well, that was a great introduction. Thanks a lot. Yeah, I would start with my screen share. Yeah. So first of all, I want to thank the Nischinta Society for giving me an opportunity to speak and to interact with all of you. So then I thought, okay, this would be a rather a topic which I would be more familiar because I myself is a sibling. So yeah, let's go about it. It's about what is the approach to of the siblings towards persons with intellectual disabilities. So every living being is born. Okay, I think. Yeah. So when a baby is born, it doesn't know anything. So it learns everything from its environment, from its parents, and so there is a limitation to which parents can teach the baby, right? So it can parents can be more caring, and they can just forego whatever they want. So the sibling relationship comes in here. Plays a major role because it is the one which connects the baby as to how to go about with talking to the peer groups, how to manage disagreements between the same topic, and you have a lot of things to share with because you are from the same family and you have a same genetic background, so that makes a lot of difference. So this caring, sharing, everything, that comes from the sibling relationship. Yeah, this is a photo of me and my brother Srijit. So we have taken this from Haridwar. As a part of his treatment, we had gone there. So this says, so sibling relationship is important. So when I went through the studies, if anybody has done anything on siblings of mentally challenged, is there any paper? So I came into a paper which by American Psychological Association, which says that siblings of mentally disabled children might undergo some episodes of depression. Um, Fortunately, I don't know anyone in India who is undergoing this, or maybe my circle is small, or there is some taboo in India still about depression. So I'm not sure about it. But to be frank, in from my own experience, I have never faced through this depression. ഡിപ്രഷൻ എന്ന് പറയുമ്പോൾ വിഷാദം. അപ്പം ഈ വിഷാദം പലപ്പോഴും കുട്ടികളുടെ കൂടപ്പറപ്പിന് ഉണ്ടാവാറുണ്ട് ഈ മെന്റലി ചാലഞ്ച്ഡ് ആയിട്ടുള്ള എന്നാണ് പറയപ്പെടുന്നത്. എനിവേ, മൂവിങ് അഹെഡ്, I think, yeah, okay. So what factors affects a sibling relationship? So I thought of taking it in that way. The type of intellectual state, as you all know more than me, it's a very big topic. So it can start from Down syndrome, wherein the sibling can interact with the other sibling in a much more detailed way. They can understand what they say. They can understand the movie, so they can share their relation and all of that. Right? But compared to that, if you see an autistic child, they might have a lesser amount of interaction with the sibling. So some cases, some extreme cases, there are incidences that they are not able to call by name, or they are not able to express their feeling. I think, at a perspective from the side of a sibling, that is also important, because when they share something to you back, you have a much more closer relationship. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think that could be one state. Another factor that could really make a difference is the difference between the age group of the sibling. So if the siblings are born without much of the age gap, the reactions that they would have is completely different from an older sibling to that of a little baby. So I have gone through this particular topic. I have a few siblings talking about it. So I will be coming to that detail in a coming session. The third thing that could really affect is the socio-economic background. So what is the status of the society, and what is the economic background? Because being in a economically weaker, uh, such people would have an added stress, because already they have a challenge, that they have a challenge, a mentally challenged person in the family. Along with that, they might also have this economic challenge, which might be more putting an added strain to the sibling that is there in the family. View of the public doesn't matter until and unless your family is supportive, and your family is all stable. So in my case, my brother can talk to me. He knows my name, so that way the connection between me and my brother is much more. The age difference also, we have a age difference of 5 years, so which is also that way he's elder to me. So from the time I was born, it was almost diagnosed that he has MR. So that way, that has sunken into my mind since childhood, that I need to take care of my brother. And fortunately, we have had a circle of army background, so that way, again, we didn't have any stigma from the society or anything that way. So to talk about Srijat, he was born all normal, and he was diagnosed with MR only when he was about 4 years. He had some episodes of seizures when he was really young, at the age of 6 months. It started with, but it really did not show up in his personality or anything until teacher told him that. Teacher told my parents that he's not that attentive to the classes, and then they started looking about. Again, to talk about him, he can talk, and he talks certain words, but sometimes a little bit repetitively. But he is someone who likes going out, and also this is our family. I didn't introduce my dad. I think he's all familiar. He is a Major Sudhakar Pillai, and my
He
mother.
doesn't. He
So
doesn't need introduction. He doesn't need
I know
introduction.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my mom was a sole member who had taken care of both of us until I was in my third standard. So until 98, so my father would be mostly in borders, so he would just visit us whenever possible, like 2 months. But until then, it was all she who had taken care of both of us. And I used to always pester her, oh, why do you make me study all the time? Make him also study, all such things. I think she had to undergo more. And later on, from the third standard on, they both took an equal share in shaping up me, myself, and my brother. So yeah, that is about him. And yeah, this Srijit is someone who likes to get along with any group. So this is his school, the YMCA building at Palakkad. So this is his favorite place. He likes spending a lot of time there because they have a lot of activities, and I know he likes going there and spending time with them. He also like occasional trekking. You can see him with his brother and Shiva. They have gone out somewhere, and he really enjoys the people above his age group. And what I see is he likes males more these days. And this is a gang of cousins, and he really enjoys when all of us get along, and he really seems to be very happy. So that is how Srijit is. And my dad takes him anywhere and everywhere. You can see him. He's in the beach short, really enjoying the waves. Yeah, and he likes occasional outings in the restaurant. So take him out whenever possible. But only problem is that he doesn't eat by himself. So my mother needs to feed him. So that is the issue. It might take some time for him to eat. Another thing that he likes is going out in the temple, and then so our family lives close by of all our mama, mommy. So they all come together for any small festival. Let it be birthdays or let it be anniversary. So we celebrate everything, and he takes part in all those activities. And one thing, the credit I think I should give it to both my parents is that they were patient enough to make him learn, teach. Although he was little slow, but still he knows how to write A, B, C, D till Z. So he knows 1, 2, 3, 4. So he always has a book and pen with him to keep him engaged. So that is always felt was that my parents like my brother more because they spent more time with him. My mom used to feed only my brother, so I was left alone to eat myself. Then I used to feel, am I not the favorite child? So that is
Is Sreesha got disconnected? Things.
hello. Yeah, hello. Hello.
Yes, yes, you are audible. We can
Yeah,
hear
yeah,
We
you.
can hear
audible.
you now.
Yeah, we can hear.
Okay.
Yeah, please,
Okay.
please go ahead.
Yeah, I can share the slide again. Sorry for this. I think it's the interruption with the internet here.
We're all used to it. Don't worry.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, the first, as I said, I used to feel neglected by my parents. Second problem which I always felt was that when you ask someone, okay, what or do you have a sibling? Then I say yes, I have a brother, and he is MR. Then they would put out a sympathetic face and figure like that was also something which was always disturbing. Like that was not that favorite. Another thing was that sometimes my brother used to make some noise, and he used to, if he disagrees with something, he just makes some noise, and all the public would just look at us. At times, I used to feel it as embarrassing, and I used to sometimes react back to people and ask, okay, what's your problem? What is there to look at? So that was an attitude that I had at that point of time. So these were a few of the challenges that I faced as a child. Let's hear from Shanfa. He's younger brother to uh, uh, yeah. So yeah, please.
നമസ്കാരം. എൻ്റെ പേര് ഷൺമുദ്ദീൻ. ഞാൻ 9th സ്റ്റാൻഡേർഡിൽ പഠിക്കുന്നു. സ്ഥലം പാലക്കാടാണ്. എൻ്റെ ചേച്ചിയാണ്. എൻ്റെ പേര് ഉസ്മാന. വയസ്സ് 25. ചേച്ചീനെ പറ്റി പറയുകയാണെങ്കിൽ ചില ദിവസം എഴുതാൻ പറ്റില്ല, പഠിക്കാൻ പറ്റില്ല, ചില ദിവസം നമ്മൾ ചേർന്ന് കളിക്കാറുണ്ട്. ചില ദിവസങ്ങളൊക്കെ നമ്മൾ നിറയെ കാര്യങ്ങളൊക്കെ ചെയ്യുന്നുണ്ടാവും. ചില ദിവസം ഈ തലമണ്ട തറയിൽ മുട്ടാറുണ്ട്, കൺട്രോളാക്കാൻ പറ്റില്ല. അമ്മ വന്നിട്ട് മാറ്റി നോക്കും. അറിയാത്ത കുട്ടികളെ നീ എന്നെ കുറച്ച് അനുസരിച്ച് നടക്കണം. പിന്നെ ചേച്ചിക്ക് ഒരു ഗുഡ് ഹാബിറ്റ് ഉണ്ട്. ചേച്ചീൻ്റെ
Yeah.
Yeah, I think please continue. I think, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So that was all about my childhood feelings and what I had felt, and we also heard from Shanfa what he felt as a child. As as I grew older, my dad had thought that I was too close with my brother, and after the episodes of seizures, and our house was all very silent, and we all used to have the pain, and it sometimes I couldn't really uh, study what I was doing. Then he made a conscious decision of putting me into a boarding school. At that point of time, it was very difficult to take in because I had just finished my 10th, and I had never stayed without my parents. At that point of time, I felt really very difficult to adjust to a new surrounding. But that had really helped me a lot in shaping me as a better individual, I can say, at that point of time. So then I went into the Kotagiri Public School, and then after the initial few days, I was all right. Then as I aged, then my parents were asking me to get married. At that point of time, again, a lot of turmoil came into my mind. Should I really get married? If I get married, would I still have the same feeling towards my brother? Would I become selfish? All such things just pondered my mind quite a lot. Uh, but then my mom and dad, they were very considerate, and they told me, you would get one more friend to take care of your brother. That's how they convinced me, and I found Shiva. So to be frank, after I think he's become more close to Shiva than me after I had married to him. So that way I feel there is one more person to hold on or to rely on after getting married. And even we had some hospital, like my dad had a surgery and my mom had a surgery. All that time he was there in the hospital, I was there with my brother, so that way we could just complement. So that way it was very nice. Another thought process that came into my mind was when I was when I was pregnant. Again, I was thinking, until now things were fine. Now a new person coming into this play, a baby coming into the picture, will he have this problem? Can he accept the baby? So all that apprehensions were always there in my mind. But again, all these anxieties, I can say these were not challenges. These were my own anxieties. At each time frame, what I had thought and what would happen, all such, I can say that as anxiety only. But to my happiness, though initial days, my brother used to feel a little jealous that the little baby has taken away all the attention and everybody is caring for him. But as the baby grew older, I think he really enjoys the company with the little one. So I think that they pair up with each other quite a lot. So what I've learned from my brother is that he's very disciplined. So as soon as he comes in, he leaves his shoes in the shoe rack. He keeps the key in the key holder. Then he keeps his book in a specific table. His toys will always be kept in one place. Unlike me, all my things are scattered everywhere in the room. So that I have learned, I cannot say I've learned, I should learn from him. That is one thing, is discipline. He is very caring, so he can really sense if the situations at the home, like sometimes my mom and dad, if they get angry for something, he can really sense that, and he makes sure that they both are quiet. And even some days he gets really very panicky. That point of time, my mom or daddy, they might have to just scold him or something, but he comes back to them without any problem, like very soon. So that way, he doesn't have any grudge or anything in his mind. He just forgets everything and he's all the same as he was before. The other thing that I learned from his is patience, because he keeps repeating the same thing again and again, again and again. So at some point of time, you can really get into our nerves. So that patience I got from him. So I can tolerate a large many group of people these days. So and people ask me, how do I do it? So I think that's all because of my brother. He has taught me a lot of patience and the perseverance. He keeps writing. I don't know, there are so many notebooks in my home that he has finished. So he keeps writing whatever he knows. He keeps writing. So it just gives me more, then I also feel like, okay, I should keep doing whatever I'm doing in a better way. And in my life, a lot of things are influenced by him, my career and my personal life are both influential. So when I was small, what can I do to make the life of intellectually disabled people better? So then I thought, okay, what if I go into science? I do something so that even we can save the next generation. So that's how I started my studies with biotechnology, and then I ended up doing a PhD. Yeah, so again, I had to think what to do next, but still, all these career decisions that I've taken until now is because of my brother and because my dad has a stable job, that I should say, because otherwise I could have gone to whatever job I had got at that point of time. So both these factors have actually helped me to pursue my wish and will and study or whatever I wanted to do. Right? So this is another sibling. Parvati is another sibling. Even her life and experiences influenced by her sister. So let's hear her what she has to say about her perspective.
Dr. Sreesha, you have to share the. It's not shared. You have to share the presentation because in between there was a connection issue.
Oh,
Please share.
I have not.
Please share.
Okay,
Yeah.
oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
There is it.
That sharing was not taking place.
I didn't know that.
Yes.
Okay, so
You can show that screen once again, slide.
could you now you can see, right?
Yeah, we can see.
Yes.
Sreesha, one thing you should do, just to translate also when she is speaking in Malayalam.
Translate. Okay, I can do that. Okay.
Yeah, try and translate.
Okay.
Can you try increasing video volume? Video volume.
Okay. How do I do it? It's maximum here, the
Yeah,
volume.
I know. I understand because you are using the earphone, the headphone.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is the issue.
Should I?
Yeah,
Okay, I
microphone.
can.
Yeah, that's it.
എൻ്റെ പേര് പാർവതി.
Yeah.
നമസ്കാരം, എൻ്റെ പേര് പാർവതി. ഞാൻ പാലക്കാട് ജില്ലയിലെ പരിവാർ എന്ന സംഘടനയുടെ കീഴിൽ പ്രവർത്തിക്കുന്ന ഒരു സ്പെഷ്യൽ സ്കൂളിലെ ടീച്ചറായി ജോലി ചെയ്യുന്നതാണ്. ഈ സ്കൂളിൽ 30 കുട്ടികളോളം പഠിക്കുന്നുണ്ട്. ഇവിടെ 18 വയസ്സിന് മുകളിലുള്ള കുട്ടികളാണ് ഈ സ്കൂളിൽ പഠിക്കുന്നത്. ഈ ഫീൽഡിൽ ഞാൻ 8 വർഷത്തോളമായി ജോലി ചെയ്യും. 8 വർഷം എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ
So here Parvati is a teacher in a special school, and she's been into this field since.
Sound problem, Sreesha.
Can't hear you, please.
Sound.
Yeah. No, Sreesha got disconnected. She has to. Yeah, some network.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, back.
Sorry, I don't know. The teaching is really bad today. Not that bad usually. Okay, so
നമസ്കാരം, എൻ്റെ
ഈ കണക്ഷൻ ഇല്ലല്ലോ. നമുക്ക് മാത്രമാണോ?
Hello.
should I play or can I continue with the presentation? I
You
can
continue.
say what.
പാർവതി പറയുന്നത് വെക്കാമോ? പാർവതിയുടെ കിട്ടുന്നില്ല.
No.
I think it'll be best if you just explain what she said.
Yeah.
സ്പെഷ്യൽ സ്കൂളിലെ
Screen sharing is on, right? You can see the screen.
Yeah. We can't see. You have to share the screen again.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So what Parvati says is that she is into this. She is a teacher in a special school, and she took this conscious decision of being a teacher in the school because her sister is being challenged. She has a brother, so she thought, okay, how can she say do service to the community? So she thought, okay, she should be a teacher, and what she says is that patience is what is needed, and although you want the person to do things, whatever you do, they might take some time. So give them a lot of time and give them a lot of your have patience so that they do the things. So that is the gist of what she has said. I don't know whether I told justice because she has told it in a proper way, but maybe I have not told it that way.
നമസ്കാരം.
Shall I proceed with, right? Or you want to hear Parvati?
പറഞ്ഞോളൂ, പാർവതി പറയട്ടെ.
Okay.
എൻ്റെ പേര് പാർവതി. ഞാൻ പാലക്കാട് വേറൊന്നുമല്ല. എനിക്കൊരു ഏട്ടനും ഒരു ചേച്ചിയുമാണുള്ളത്. അതിലെ എൻ്റെ ഒരു ചേച്ചി ഡിഫറെന്റ് ഏബിൾഡ് ആയിട്ടൊരു കുട്ടിയാണ്. അപ്പോൾ എൻ്റെ ചെറുപ്പം മുതലേ എൻ്റെ അച്ഛനമ്മമാർ ആ കുട്ടി ചേച്ചിയെ നോക്കുക, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ചേച്ചിക്ക് വയ്യാത്തൊരു കുട്ടിയാണ്, ചേച്ചിയെ നോക്കണം എന്നുള്ള ആ ഒരു മനോഭാവത്തെ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ അങ്ങനെ ഒരു കാഴ്ചപ്പാട് എന്നിൽ ഉണ്ടാക്കി. അതുകൊണ്ട് തന്നെ എനിക്ക് എന്റെ ചേച്ചിയെ നോക്കുക എന്നുള്ള ഒരു ഉത്തരവാദിത്വം കൂടെ ചെറുപ്പം മുതലേ വന്നു. പക്ഷെ അന്ന് എനിക്കറിയില്ലായിരുന്നു ഇത് എന്താണ് ഈ ഡിഫറെന്റ്ലി ഏബിൾഡ് അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഇങ്ങനെയുള്ള കുട്ടികളെ കുറിച്ച് ഒന്നും അറിയില്ല. ചെറുപ്പത്തിൽ നമ്മുടെ കാഴ്ചപ്പാടിൽ ചേച്ചി ഒന്നും പഠിക്കില്ല, എന്നെ പോലെയല്ല.
There's no audio. Can't hear you, please.
ഹലോ.
Hello.
ശ്രീഷ പറഞ്ഞ.
Okay. I think
കട്ടാവണോ?
Maybe no. Okay. So, what are the factors that affect the sibling relationship? So, as we already discussed, the type of mental state really matters. In addition to that, the age difference between the sibling matter. So, again, I had experiences from two different siblings. So, one is Elvina. She has a little brother called Alvin, and their age difference.
Can you be a little more louder, please?
Oh, yeah, sure. So the age difference between Elvina and Alvin is just 2.5 years. So here is what Elvina wants to say. This is again a video. I hope it works.
Hi, എൻ്റെ പേര് Elvina. I have a little brother. His name is Alvin. He's a special child. അപ്പോൾ എന്നോട് ഇപ്പോൾ പറഞ്ഞിരിക്കുന്ന I have to talk about the challenges that I have had to face as a sibling. ഇപ്പം എനിക്ക് അത്രയും പ്രശ്നമൊന്നുമില്ല, ബിക്കോസ് വി റിയലി അണ്ടർസ്റ്റാൻഡ് എന്താണ് പ്രോബ്ലം. പക്ഷെ കുറച്ചുകൂടെ കുഞ്ഞായിരിക്കുമ്പോൾ നമുക്ക് അറിവില്ലാത്ത പ്രായത്തിൽ ഐ ഹാവ് ഹാഡ് എ ലോട്ട് ഓഫ് കോംപ്ലക്സസ്, ലോട്ട് ഓഫ് പ്രോബ്ലംസ് ഓവിങ് ടു ഹിസ് ഡിസബിലിറ്റി. അപ്പം അങ്ങനെ ചോദിക്കുകയാണെങ്കിൽ ഞങ്ങൾക്ക് ആദ്യം കുഞ്ഞിലെ പാർഷ്യാലിറ്റി ഒത്തിരി ഫീൽ ചെയ്യായിരുന്നു. എന്ത് കാര്യം എവിടെ പോവുകയാണെങ്കിലും എന്ത് വാങ്ങിക്കുകയാണെങ്കിലും എപ്പോഴും അവൻ്റെ നീഡ്സിനെ പറ്റി ചിന്തിക്കും, എൻ്റെ അനിയൻ്റെ നീഡ്സിനെ പറ്റി ചിന്തിക്കും. അപ്പൊ അത് ഓക്കെ ആണെങ്കിൽ മാത്രമേ പിന്നെ ഞങ്ങളെ പറ്റി ആലോചിക്കുള്ളൂ. ബട്ട് ഐ കാണ്ട് റിയലി ബ്ലെയിം ദം. പക്ഷെ അത് കുഞ്ഞിലെ അപ്പം നമുക്ക് എന്തെങ്കിലും കുറവാണ്, ഞാൻ എന്തെങ്കിലും തെറ്റിയതാണ്, എൻ്റെ അമ്മ എന്താ എന്നെ ശ്രദ്ധിക്കാത്തതെന്നൊക്കെ എനിക്കതൊന്ന് തോന്നുമായിരുന്നു. ഒത്തിരി അങ്ങനെ ഡിഫറൻസസ്.
So what she says is that she used to feel, why is her mother more caring to her baby, like the little baby, and not her? So she used to always feel, is there something wrong with her? So that's what she said.
എൻ്റെ അനിയൻ എന്താണ് ഇങ്ങനെ ബാക്കി പിള്ളേരായിട്ട് ഡിഫറെന്റ് ആയിട്ട് നിൽക്കുന്നതെന്നുള്ളതിന് എനിക്ക് അത്രയും ആൻസർ ഇല്ലായിരുന്നു, എനിക്ക് അറിയില്ലായിരുന്നു. അപ്പം ഐ സംടൈംസ് ആസ് എൻ എംബാരസ്മെന്റ്. അതായത് എൻ്റെ ഫ്രണ്ട്സ് ഒക്കെ എൻ്റെ അനിയനെ കാണുമ്പോൾ ഇതെൻ്റെ അനിയനാന്ന് പറയാൻ ഒരു മടി ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു. അവനെ അങ്ങനെ ഫ്രണ്ട്സിന്റെ ഇടയ്ക്കോട്ട് കൊണ്ടുപോകാനൊക്കെ ഒരു മടി, ഒരു ചമ്മൽ ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു. ബിക്കോസ് അവൻ കൈൻഡ് ഓഫ് സ്ലോ ആയിരുന്നു. അപ്പം ഞങ്ങൾ ഗെയിംസ് ഒക്കെ കളിക്കുമ്പോൾ അവനെ കൊണ്ട് അതൊന്നും പറ്റില്ലായിരുന്നു. അപ്പൊ ആ സമയത്തൊക്കെ എനിക്കത് ഭയങ്കര എംബാരസ്മെന്റ്. കാരണം എനിക്ക് ചേട്ടൻ, ഞങ്ങൾ രണ്ടുപേരും നല്ല സൂപ്പറായിട്ട് എല്ലാ കളിയെല്ലാം ഇങ്ങനെ ചെയ്യുമ്പോൾ ഇവൻ ഇങ്ങനെ കുറച്ച് സ്ലോ ആയിട്ട് പയ്യെ എല്ലാം ചെയ്യുമ്പം ഞങ്ങൾക്ക് തന്നെ ബാക്കി പിള്ളേർക്കും അതൊരു അയ്യോ
So they were saying that they used to do things so that they get the attention from their parents, and they used to feel their brother as an embarrassment. So because he was very slow.
Very silly, പക്ഷെ അറ്റ് ദാറ്റ് ഏജ് ഇറ്റ് വാസ് എ ബിഗ് ഇഷ്യൂ. പിന്നെ കുറച്ച് വലുതായപ്പോഴാണ് അച്ഛനും അമ്മ ഞങ്ങൾക്ക് പറഞ്ഞ് മനസ്സിലാക്കി തരാൻ തുടങ്ങിയത് എന്തുകൊണ്ടാണ്, വൈ ഈസ് ഇറ്റ് ഡിഫറെന്റ്, എന്തുകൊണ്ടാണ് അവനെ കൊണ്ട് അതൊന്നും പറ്റാത്തത്, അതൊക്കെ. എന്ന് മാത്രമല്ല, see this thing about siblings of disabled children is they are forced to grow old very fast. Like എനിക്ക് ഒരു ഓർമ്മയുള്ള സമയം മുതലേ I had to look after him. ഇപ്പൊ എന്നെയും അനിയനെയും മാത്രം റെസ്റ്റ് റൂം അവന് ചോറ് കൊടുക്കുക, പിന്നെ ഞാനിപ്പോ ഈ അവനെ കുളിപ്പിക്കുക എല്ലാം ഞാൻ ചെയ്യും. സോ വി വെർ ഫോഴ്സ്ഡ് ബോത്ത്. ഞാൻ ലൈക്ക് എന്റെ ഏജിലുള്ള പിള്ളേരൊന്നും ചെയ്യാത്ത കാര്യങ്ങൾ വി വെർ ഫോഴ്സ്ഡ് ടു ഡു ദാറ്റ് ഫോർ ഹിം. ഇപ്പം ഞാൻ എവിടെയെങ്കിലും പോകുമ്പോൾ അവൻ എപ്പോഴും കൂടെ വരണമെന്ന് ഭയങ്കര നിർബന്ധം. അപ്പൊ ഇപ്പം ഞാൻ എവിടെയെങ്കിലും പോകുമ്പോൾ അവൻ എപ്പോഴും കൂടെ വരണമെന്ന് ഭയങ്കര നിർബന്ധം. അപ്പൊ അവനെ കൊണ്ടുപോകാൻ പറ്റാത്ത സാഹചര്യങ്ങൾ ഉണ്ടാവുമല്ലോ. ഫോർ എക്സാമ്പിൾ ഞാനിപ്പോൾ എക്സാം എഴുതാൻ പോവാണോ, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ചേട്ടന് ഇന്റർവ്യൂവിന് പോകുമ്പോൾ ഒന്നും ഇവനെ കൊണ്ടുപോകാൻ പറ്റില്ലല്ലോ കൂടെ. അപ്പൊ ഇവൻ അറിയാണ്ട് ഒളിച്ചും പാത്തും ബാക്ക് ഗേറ്റിലൂടെ ഒക്കെ പോകും ചിലപ്പോൾ. കാരണം അവനതൊരു വിഷമാണ്, അവനെ കൂട്ടാണ്ട് എവിടെയെങ്കിലും പോയാൽ അതൊരു വിഷമാണ്. അപ്പൊ അങ്ങനത്തെ കുറെ കാര്യങ്ങൾ ആസ് എ സിബ്ലിംഗ് യെസ് വി ഹാഡ് ടു ഫേസ്. മോർ ഇമ്പോർട്ടൻ്റ്ലി ഇപ്പം എവിടെയെങ്കിലും ടൂറിനൊക്കെ പോകുമ്പം ഇവൻ അതൊരു പ്രശ്നമാണ്, ഞങ്ങൾ മാത്രം പോകുന്നത്. അപ്പം ചിലതൊക്കെ ഞങ്ങൾക്ക് സാക്രിഫൈസ് ചെയ്യേണ്ടി വന്നിട്ടുണ്ട്. ലൈക്ക് എൻജോയ്മെന്റ് വിത്ത് ഫ്രണ്ട്സ് ഒക്കെ വേണ്ടാന്ന് വെക്കേണ്ടി വന്നിട്ടുണ്ട്. ബിക്കോസ് ഇവന് ഇമോഷണലി ഇൻസെക്യൂരിറ്റീസ് ഉണ്ടാവുന്നുണ്ട്. അപ്പൊ അങ്ങനെ കുറെ കാര്യങ്ങൾ ഉണ്ടായിട്ടുണ്ട്. പക്ഷെ സിൻസ് ഞാൻ ഇത്രയും challenges പറഞ്ഞാൽ I would also like to add one thing. In the long run, എനിക്കത് കുറച്ചുകൂടെ എനിക്കും എൻ്റെ ചേട്ടനത് ബെനിഫിഷ്യൽ ആയിട്ട് തോന്നിയിട്ടുള്ളൂ. ബിക്കോസ് എൻ്റെ ഏജിലുള്ള പലർക്കും ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റാത്ത കുറെ കാര്യങ്ങൾ ഞങ്ങളെ കൊണ്ട് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റി. Now, if you give me a person, I can take care of that person for a full day, for a full week, for a full month without any issue. മനസ്സിലായോ? അത് ഇങ്ങനെയുള്ള സിബ്ലിങ്സിന്റെ ആക്ച്വലി ദേ ആർ ലക്കി ഇനഫ് ബിക്കോസ് before the required age you become matured, you learn a lot of patience, compassion, and you learn to love unconditionally. And അങ്ങനെ എന്നെ പഠിപ്പിച്ചിട്ടുള്ള ഒരു കാര്യങ്ങൾ ഏറ്റവും വലിയ, ഞാൻ അവനെ എത്ര വഴക്ക് പറഞ്ഞാലും അവനെ എത്ര വേദനിപ്പിച്ചാലും അവനെ ഇറിറ്റേറ്റ് ചെയ്യുമ്പോഴൊക്കെ ഞാൻ റിയാക്ട് ചെയ്താലും he will come back to me after 2 minutes as if nothing has happened. Appo he has taught me a lot of values and taking care of a person has എന്നിൽ കുറെ നല്ല വാല്യൂസ് ഇൻസ്റ്റിൽ ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ട് ചേട്ടനിൽ. എനിക്ക് തോന്നിയിട്ടുണ്ട് വി ആർ എ ലോട്ട് മോർ അണ്ടർസ്റ്റാൻഡിങ്, പാഷനറ്റ് ആൻഡ് ബെറ്റർ ഹ്യൂമൻ ബീങ്സ് ബിക്കോസ് ഓഫ് ദി എക്സിസ്റ്റൻസ് ഓഫ് our little brother. That's it. Bye.
Yeah, so this is Elvina. So she had shared her feelings because Elvina and Alvin were not having a lot of age difference. Now let's hear Sreelika. She has a younger sibling, Shyam, and he was an autistic child. So let's hear her.
Having a special child or a special sibling has its own happy moments, sad moments, anxious moments. And I still remember seeing my brother, Shyam, for the first time. First time I'm seeing him, he was in a box, a glass box. My father had taken me to the hospital and he told me that you have a little brother now. And yes, I was so excited to meet him. But then I had to be satisfied looking at him through a box, a glass box. And I was 7 then. And I was wondering why is he kept in a box like that? A glass box and, far away from people. There was a nurse who was going on checking on him each time. And it was later that I came to know that he was kept in an incubator for almost 40 days as he was born premature. He was born 7th month. It was a very strange as well as a very poignant moment for me. I was a little girl myself, and my mother had just recovered from a serious illness. So for the past so many months, there was a lot of anxiety or anxious moments for my father, myself. I could feel it through my father. I was too young to really know things, but through him I could sense that there was something terribly wrong with mommy, and that is all I could understand. And I had some close relations, where I was even to take care of, because my father was always off to the hospital to take care of mother. And after all this, it was a very joyous moment that I had a little brother. And you have somebody to play with, at home. You don't have to go around looking for friends. That is what first came to my mind. As a child, a little girl. And I was very naughty and a very hyperactive girl. So naturally, having a baby brother on me was like a very thrilling thing. And then after a few years, maybe it was around 2 years later that I came to know that he had his own special problems. And the first thing that I remember is I used the only one who could soothe him when he was aggravated and when he was crying. He was always crying, cribbing, his baby. And I used to come back home, and the moment he heard my voice, he used to be quiet. And I used to sing songs for him. I think he was my first audience, and he maybe was one of the reasons for me to learn music even. Because he would just become quiet. And all his crabbiness and all his crying, everything would stop. I'll just sing, I hear thunder, so do you. That's enough for him. He smiled. And I was very thrilled. This was just the beginning. And even then, I didn't know the gravity of his problems. None of us knew. Even my mother or my father, none of us knew that. Because at those times, even science was not so advanced that we could know the child is having autism, or, nowadays, parents are more aware and things are a little more easier. But then we didn't know. And it was always imperative. The first thing that was in my mind always, that I had to take care of him. It was imperative for me to keep a watch on my little brother, because he was always hyperactive, running around, throwing things, breaking things. But even if it's in our home, it's fine. When you go out somewhere, so gradually our social contacts or our social, gatherings, everything started diminishing. And previously, when we used to go around, have fun, that maybe reduced a little because he was a little unmanageable. He used to break things, throw things at people. And
so that is Sreelata, and she is a very good singer. She sings in a very, very Carnatic concerts and all that. So these are experiences from two different siblings. Now, what happens to a normal sibling ultimately? So what can happen is that, as already Elvina mentioned, you become mature and independent prematurely, which is a good thing for yourself. Sometimes you feel guilty. So I feel it sometimes because I'm not with my brother. I can't help them in any way. I'm just living my own life. Is that okay? Or what should I do to him? So all this, sometimes you feel very guilty that you are there, but you're not with them. So this kind of things actually comes in. And some would become overly responsible caretakers. And as a result, they might not even go ahead with their career. And also that is also something a few siblings they end up with. And there are very few cases where the other sibling may ignore the challenged sibling. So these could be you can come up as either of these. So now let's hear from Sharanya. She has an elder brother, Shashank, who is a child with MR. So let's hear her experiences.
Hello, എൻ്റെ പേര് ശരണ്യ എന്നാണ്. ഞാൻ HDC വിദ്യാർത്ഥിനിയാണ്. ഞങ്ങളുടെ പാലക്കാട്. ഇന്ന് എന്നോടൊരു എക്സ്പീരിയൻസ് ആണ് ഷെയർ ചെയ്യാൻ വന്നിരിക്കുന്നത്. ഡിസബിലിറ്റിയിലെ ഒരു സിബ്ലിങ്ങിൻ്റെ ഒപ്പമായിട്ട് പോസിറ്റീവും നെഗറ്റീവായിട്ടുള്ള എക്സ്പീരിയൻസ് ആണ് ഷെയർ ചെയ്യുന്നത്. ഞങ്ങൾ 3 മക്കളാണ്. എൻ്റെ മൂത്തതാണ് ശശാങ്ക്, 80% ഡിസബിലിറ്റി ഒരു കുട്ടിയാണ്. താഴെ സൂര്യ.
So Shashank has 80% disability, and she has a brother. She also has a sister.
12th സ്റ്റാൻഡേർഡിൽ പഠിക്കുന്നു. വാവട്ടൻ എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ വീട്ടിലേറ്റവും ചെറിയ കുട്ടിയാണ്. അതുകൊണ്ട് പ്രിഫറൻസ് കൂടുതലും വാവട്ടനായിരിക്കും. ഇപ്പം നമ്മൾ എന്ത് മെയിൻ ഡിസിഷൻ എടുക്കുകയാണെങ്കിലും വാവട്ടിന് അത് കറക്റ്റ് ആയിരിക്കും, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ വാവട്ടിന് അത് നെഗറ്റീവായിട്ട് ബാധിക്കും എന്നത് കൂടി ഞങ്ങൾ എപ്പോഴും ആലോചിക്കാറുണ്ട്. വാവട്ടിന് പ്രിഫറൻസ് ഇങ്ങനെ കൊടുക്കുമ്പോൾ ഞങ്ങൾ ഒരിക്കലും അച്ഛൻ്റെ അടുത്തോ അമ്മയുടെ അടുത്തോ ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ ചെയ്തിട്ടില്ല, എന്തുകൊണ്ട് വാവട്ടിന് കൂടുതൽ പ്രിഫറൻസ് കൊടുക്കുന്നു, അങ്ങനത്തെ ഒരു ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ ഇവിടെ വന്നിട്ടേ ഇല്ല. പിന്നെ അതുപോലെ തന്നെയാണ് ഞങ്ങൾ 3 മക്കളും ഈക്വൽ ആണ്, അമ്മയ്ക്കും അച്ഛനും. ഒരിക്കലും ഇവൻ ചെറുതാണ് ഇവൻ വലുതാണ് അവൻ ഒന്നുമില്ലല്ലോ അവനെ മാറ്റി നിർത്താം അങ്ങനെയൊന്നും ഇതുവരെ തോന്നിയിട്ടില്ല അവർക്കും ഞങ്ങൾക്കും. ഞങ്ങൾ 3 പേരും ഈക്വൽ ആണ് അവരുടെ അടുത്ത്, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ അവരുടെ ഫ്രണ്ടിൽ ഞങ്ങൾ 3 പേരും ഈക്വൽ ആണ്. അതുപോലെ തന്നെ ഞങ്ങൾക്ക് വാവട്ടിന് ഇതുവരെ ഒരു ബുദ്ധിമുട്ടൊന്നും ഉണ്ടാക്കിയിട്ടില്ല അത്ര അധികം. ലൈക്ക് പഠിക്കുന്ന കാര്യത്തിലായാലും വാവട്ടൻ്റെ കാര്യം ചെയ്യും, ഞങ്ങൾ ഞങ്ങളുടെ കാര്യം ചെയ്യും, അത്ര തന്നെ. അല്ലാതെ വാവട്ടൻ കാരണം ഞങ്ങൾക്ക് പഠിക്കാൻ പറ്റുന്നില്ല അങ്ങനെയൊന്നും ഞങ്ങൾക്ക് ഇതുവരെ തോന്നിയിട്ടില്ല. പിന്നെ അതുപോലെ തന്നെ ഈവൻ എൻ്റെ റിലേറ്റീവ്സ് ആയാലും വാവട്ടനെ ഒരു നോർമൽ പേഴ്സൺ ആയിട്ട് കാണുന്നത്, അയ്യോ അവന് വയ്യല്ലോ എന്ന് തോന്നിയിട്ട് അവരൊന്നും ചെയ്യാറൊന്നുമില്ല. ലൈക്ക് നോർമലായിട്ട് എങ്ങനെ നമ്മുടെ അടുത്ത് ബിഹേവ് ചെയ്യുന്നത് അതുപോലെ തന്നെ വാവട്ടനോടും അവർ ബിഹേവ് ചെയ്യാറുണ്ട്. അതുപോലെ തന്നെ വാവട്ടൻ ഞങ്ങൾക്ക് അതുകൊണ്ട് ഒരിക്കലും ഒരു ബേർഡൻ ആയിട്ട് തോന്നുന്നില്ല. അവൻ ഒരു ഗിഫ്റ്റ് ആയിട്ടാണ് ഞങ്ങൾക്ക് എപ്പോഴും തോന്നാറ്. അച്ഛനമ്മയും എങ്ങനെ വാവട്ടൻ ട്രീറ്റ് ചെയ്യും അതുപോലെ തന്നെ ഞങ്ങൾ അങ്ങോട്ട് തിരിച്ചും ട്രീറ്റ് ചെയ്യുന്നത്. പിന്നെ ഞാൻ ചില വീട്ടിൽ കണ്ടിട്ടുണ്ട് ഓരോ പിള്ളേരെ മെന്റലി ഹെറാസ് ചെയ്യലും ആ കുട്ടീൻ്റെ അടുത്ത് പറഞ്ഞ് ലൈക്ക് നിനക്ക് അങ്ങനെയല്ലേ നിനക്ക് ഇങ്ങനെ തന്നെ വേണമെന്ന് പറഞ്ഞുകൊണ്ടേ ഇരിക്കുന്നത് കണ്ടിട്ടുണ്ട്. പക്ഷെ അങ്ങനെയൊന്നും വാവട്ടൻ ഞങ്ങൾ ഒരിക്കലും ചെയ്യാറുമില്ല, ഇത് ചെയ്തിട്ടില്ല. പിന്നെ ആകെ ഒരു നെഗറ്റീവ് എന്ന് പറയാൻ ഉള്ളത് വാവട്ടൻ്റെ പ്രായത്തിലുള്ളവരെ കാണുമ്പോൾ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ എൻ്റെ ഫ്രണ്ട്സിന്റെ ചേട്ടന്മാരെ കാണുമ്പോൾ എനിക്കൊരു വിഷമമാണ്, അയ്യോ എനിക്കും ചേട്ടൻ ഉണ്ടായിട്ട് അങ്ങനെയൊന്നും ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റുന്നില്ലല്ലോ എന്നുള്ളൊരു വിഷമം മാത്രമേ ഉള്ളൂ. നെഗറ്റീവ് അല്ല, അതൊരു വിഷമം മാത്രമേ ഉള്ളൂ. ഇത്രയൊക്കെ തന്നെയുള്ളൂ. താങ്ക് യു.
So she says that in her family everybody treats them equal, and since her brother is a challenged boy, it doesn't matter, so they are treated all equally. And then only she feels emotionally sad that her brother is not a normal person, like when she sees her peer groups. So that's what she has shared. Okay, so what can we do as a sibling for our mentally challenging sibling? So the first thing and the most important thing that we can do is give our time to them. Whenever possible, spend time with them in an effective way such that they become happy. And most of it, what we do is that we treat them as a child. We don't give them any individuality. So just let them be another person. Okay, so that is what we need to take care of. And most of us, what is seen is that we do over caring. Even though they can do certain things, we don't let them do. So that is one thing, to make them independent as much as possible. Okay, so finally, we should take care of the well-being, but make sure that we lead a successful life, because once you are happy, only then you can make the people who are around you happy. So be happy, and then make your sibling and make whoever is around you happy. So that is what I had seen. So now let's see what Vipul has to say. Vipul is a brother of Vishal, and he has actually put in this across, saying that make them independent. So let's hear him.
ഹായ്, എൻ്റെ പേര് വിപുൽ വിശ്വനാഥൻ. പാലക്കാട് ആശ്വാസഭവൻ ഡേ കെയർ സെന്ററിൽ പോകുന്ന വിശാൽ വീട് അനിയനാണ് ഞാൻ. വിശാൽ ഡൗൺ സിൻഡ്രോം കാറ്റഗറിയിൽ ഉള്ളതാണ്. ഇന്നത്തെ സബ്ജക്റ്റായ സിബ്ലിങ്സ് അപ്രോച്ച് ടുവേർഡ്സ് ഡിഫറൻ്റ്ലി ഏബിൾഡ് എന്നതിനെ കുറിച്ച് എനിക്ക് പറയാനുള്ളത്. വിശാലിനെ സംബന്ധിച്ച് ചെറുപ്പം മുതലേ സാധാരണ കുട്ടികളോട് എങ്ങനെയാണോ അതുപോലെയാണ് ഞാൻ പെരുമാറിയിട്ടുള്ളത്. എൻ്റെ അഭിപ്രായത്തിൽ അവരായിട്ട് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റുന്ന കാര്യങ്ങളൊക്കെ അവരെ കൊണ്ട് ചെയ്യിപ്പിക്കണം എന്നതാണ്. കൂടുതൽ ഡിപ്പെൻഡൻസിക്ക് ചാൻസ് കൊടുക്കുമ്പോഴാണ് അവർക്ക് സ്വന്തമായി ഒന്നും ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റില്ല എന്ന തോന്നൽ ഉണ്ടാവുന്നത്. അവർക്ക് വീട്ടിലിരിക്കുമ്പോൾ ഒരു സാധാരണ ഏട്ടനനിയന്മാർ എങ്ങനെയായിരിക്കുമോ അങ്ങനെ തന്നെയാണ് ഞങ്ങൾ. വാക്കുതർക്കങ്ങൾ, അടികൂടലുകൾ, കോമഡി ഷോസ് കാണുമ്പോൾ ഒന്നിച്ചിരുന്ന് ചിരിക്കൽ, അങ്ങനെയുള്ള എല്ലാ കാര്യങ്ങളും സാധാരണ പോലെ.
they say they share everything as normal. So they fight with each other, they share the comedy scene and they laugh together.
വീക്കിലി പണികൾ ചെയ്യാൻ മടിക്കാറുണ്ടെങ്കിലും പലപ്പോഴും ഞങ്ങൾ നിർബന്ധിച്ച് തന്നെ ചെയ്യിപ്പിക്കാറുണ്ട്. ചില കാര്യങ്ങൾ ഞങ്ങൾ പറയാതെ തന്നെ അവൻ ചെയ്യാറുമുണ്ട്. വിശാൽ ഒട്ടുമിക്ക പണികളും അവൻ തനിയെ തന്നെയാണ് ചെയ്യുന്നത്. എല്ലാ പങ്ക്ച്വാലിറ്റിയുടെ കാര്യത്തിൽ എന്നേക്കാൾ വളരെ മികച്ചതുമാണ്. എല്ലാ ഡിഫറെന്റ്ലി ഏബിൾ കുട്ടികളും ഒരേപോലെ അല്ലെങ്കിലും എൻ്റെ ഏട്ടനെ സംബന്ധിച്ച് ഈക്വൽ സ്റ്റാറ്റസ് ആണ് കൊടുക്കുന്നത്. അങ്ങനെ കൊടുത്തിട്ടുള്ളത് കൊണ്ട് അതിന്റെ പ്രയോജനം ഉണ്ടായിട്ടുണ്ട് എന്നാണ് എൻ്റെ വിശ്വാസം. താങ്ക് യു.
Again, he stresses upon the importance of giving them the liberty to do what they want and making them do whatever they can. Okay, so now I would like to summarize on what I had said till now. So when we are really small, we really don't understand what is happening. At that point of time, we really have a lot of concern as to the other sibling is given more priority, is given more partiality. Are we not taken care of? Are we not worth? A lot of feelings like that coming. And later we understand what their condition is as we grow up. And then we learn to adapt to the condition, and then we try our best to make them happy and do all that they can. Also, we should what we should make sure is that we let them do what all they can so that they become independent. So that's it. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you very much, Sreesha.
It was a lot of chaos in between. I'm sorry about
so it happens. No problem. No, we are dependent on internet and that it goes up and down. So an excellent presentation. And I think now any questions, interactions, please. Anybody, you can unmute yourself and ask questions. Questions, comments, anything?
Hi, Sreesha.
Hello.
Hi. Yes, Vijay sir, please proceed.
Yeah, I think it was an excellent presentation. Excellent presentation. We got a view from so many siblings, and we really got an insight into their heart, what they think, how they bring up, and what are the positives they have taken from the life of their brothers. And great, it's a very good beginning. And with siblings being with us, I think it's a great stride for us also. Thank you.
Thank you, Vijay.
Thank you very
Hello.
much, Vijay sir.
Hello, Sreesha.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, hello.
I think you were really good, and more than anything, whatever was said was right from the heart for all the siblings. It's not just one person. And I think one way one person here said no, that I don't remember her name, and we are quite lucky to have a sibling like that with us, because it has really molded us. It's made us better than people who are like us. I feel I'm a much better person because of him. So in that way, that girl who said, I don't remember her name, yeah, exactly, she was very right in saying that it has really molded our character to so many people. And congrats to you and your parents and to your brother also for all this.
Oh, thanks.
Bye.
Thank you, Lord. Thanks. Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, we can hear, sir.
Hello. Sir, this is Venkat here. I am due to some internet problem, my video is not on. This is Venkat here. I am from Nischinda, and most of them are aware of it. And Sreesha, you have done an excellent job. which I've requested you on the 8th of August. Immediately you have accepted it and you have done an excellent job. There is no doubt about it. And you have already shared all your experience for the past. I am actually looking out from your end that what is the future plans of the siblings like you are planning to do for the differently abled. So we would definitely like to have another session from your end shortly, that what are the future plan along with Nischinda or along with any other places, that what you are planning to do for differently able for the future.
Okay, sure.
Okay. And once again, thank you so much. That immediately you have accepted and you have done an excellent job. So we also want you to be an eye opener for many of the siblings, that they can do much better job. And there is a lot of things that you also got it back from the differently abled. And I will definitely looking forward to see you in the next session, that what are the future plans which you all have, wherein we all can get retired, even though we don't want to retire, but we can at least plan for thought of a retirement, think of a retirement in the near future when you are coming up with a lot of ideas. Thank you so much, and God bless you with all the success in life.
Thank you.
Hello, Sreesha. Hello, Sreesha.
Yes.
I would like to congratulate you for such an excellent presentation. This was something which I was looking out, because I am having a daughter who is actually going through this phase right now, small. So I can understand what you went through. So how can we make children who are going through this phase in a better way, so that they don't have turbulence anymore? I mean, they have lost that part of that life, you see, that anxiety. So we can train those siblings who are going through those phases, so they are more well adjusted. So I wish if you could have a session with our siblings who are in this stage, so that they understand their brothers or sisters. I do not know how many of them have smaller children, so they can adjust much better, because they don't have to wait till maturity to understand what had happened, so that they don't lose those beautiful days which they can enjoy together, because all children may not take everything in a same way. For them, you see, as they enter the teens, it's a really a turbulence to accept this kind of sibling, sorry. So how would you like to tell them something, so that they are trained well to accept them?
As you said, like people need to know is that, see, they are not alone. There are many people, and there are lot many who are going through this. Maybe in her class there is no much people who are going through this. So she might have a normal sibling. All her friends might have a normal sibling. But what she should, so she can just we can just have a get together, as you said, so that she feels better. Okay, I'm not alone. I have a lot many, and they all have had this kind of experience, and that way she feels better. And and when we talk, like older people, when we talk about the positive things that we realize later, then maybe they also start thinking about the positive aspects of it. I think that way maybe she'll feel a little better. You can make her talk to a lot of other siblings who are here. So that's only the thing.
Thank you very much.
Sure.
Okay, I'll add to what Partha Madam has mentioned. Madam, actually, this kind of interaction or this kind of guidance to the young siblings are required, because by the time the siblings are, say, 15 or 20, they have already gone through all these challenges in life.
Yes.
So what should be done is in the special school or the special institution wherever your child is, the parents should get together. And in fact, I have been telling for quite some time that there should be a siblings group also, so that the siblings interact and they share their experiences and they understand each other. So in fact, in Nischinta, what we wanted quite some time, we wanted to involve our siblings, so that most of the parents are quite elderly, and we want that the next generation and the siblings, they should come forward and take the responsibilities also. So, of course, after a lot of effort only, session we have organized for the siblings. I am quite glad that most of the parents have taken it actually in the positive side, and we should have it more often sessions. That's what I think. Now, Bijurja sir,
Thank you, sir.
Commander Bijur sir is there. Acha, okay, I will request National Parivar also.
Yes, I am there.
Yes, sir. In fact, my point I would like to make is that the National Parivar also can organize some kind of a webinar for the siblings, sir, so that, and we have to ensure that the siblings should attend, not the parents, more than the
Yes.
things.
I wish.
So,
Absolutely. I fully agree, and we should. The more siblings come in, the better for the parents as well as for the siblings itself. And like this madam has put up, the younger siblings who are yet to become adults, they would know how to settle down better with their brother or sister who is with the disability.
May I share something, please?
Yes, ma'am.
My brother is not with me anymore, but I went through a life with him. He would have. I'm 53. He would have been 57. Like I said, I would not change anything at all. But one of the things I would like to say that I did not go through a lot of the problems as a child having a mentally handicapped brother because my mom and my dad made sure that we were a family. I was a part of Cyrus's life, and Cyrus was very much a part of my life from day one. I think a lot of it was the role modeling done by the parents. And I think that makes a, they never told me that I had to take, so I think that's part of the thing, because something struck me when, like, you want your normal children to take care of the ones who have a problem. They will do it, let it be natural. Don't pressurize them, that one day when you grow up, you have to take care of them and things like that. From my personal experience, I can tell you that it comes very naturally because you create a bond with them. So that's sort of a thing. Because the minute, if from a young age, they feel that they have to take care of the other sibling, even in small ways, that can create an undue pressure on younger children. I never felt that. I went to Cyrus's school like a normal, thing. He came to my school. He came to all my sports days. He came on open days I was the only child who had a mother, father, and brother who came to school for open days. So I think my one suggestion really is literally just be a normal family together. It does make it much easier and far more loving, and do it slowly. Don't worry about it, I think that's when it pans out a little bit. But I also think looking at the future, it's very important to have sibling support groups. We've tried it in Anchorage and places like that. It has always worked because of lack of time. So I think it has to be done very sensitively, a sibling support group of some sort. So if that can be arranged, I think would always help other siblings, because siblings do worry, like you said, should we get married? What should we do? Should we have children? At every milestone of our life, there's that slight question that comes in, which otherwise you wouldn't have. So I think having a support group for something like that would be worthwhile.
Yes, ma'am. You're right in saying that. Actually, it is the influence of other peers who do not have a special child, and especially when they are in their teens. Bullying is quite common that time. Seeing the brother, the odicities of behavior in the public, that offends them a lot. That is when they start feeling insecure. And so I think at a very young stage, if they have a very good support from a sibling support group, probably that would also be, because the generation now is different from what used to be before. Before, now the generation is totally technologically driven. The kind of peers in major cities are different. It's not like how the family is very supportive. In spite of that, they live in a community. So that matters a lot.
Yeah, just to add here, in Mumbai, I know one siblings group which I think which works very well, and they interact frequently. The siblings interact frequently, and of course, before the pandemic, I think they have been meeting every month. They were making sure that they have been meeting every month, discussing issues, sharing experiences in physical meets. And last few months, they have been doing it online and continuing it. And I've seen one very quite successful siblings network and the group that is meeting. I'm aware of that is in Mumbai. They have been meeting. I'm aware of that. Yes.
Yes,
Can you
they
give us
have done a
that
good job.
group? Can you share that group, please?
I think I know a couple of members of that group. I can share if you can put your number here. I can connect you.
Okay, thank you.
I would like to share something. Hello?
Yeah, please
Thomas
go
sir?
ahead, sir.
Yeah,
Please
yeah.
go ahead.
Thank you.
Yeah.
When siblings are very young, maybe 5 years or maybe less than that. So I would like to tell my experience. So I have my son's name is Pranay. He has elder brother and younger brother also. So younger brother, he used to feel that he was neglected, and unknowingly it was really happened with us. So we really neglected him unknowingly. So his development was also to some extent parents that thing we should follow. This is what I wanted to say because I have experienced that. Thank you. Sir.
Yeah, thanks. So any other comments? Any other comments, contributions, questions?
Excellent, Sreesha.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, you have gone in depth now about the nature of the differently abled children. What why we are so happy is that we have heard much from parents, experts, and experienced persons, maybe elders. But it is very say very happy to hear it from a sibling. No, only very little we have so far heard. So that way we are very happy. Well done. Keep it up. And if possible, we can also make a group here in Kerala.
Yeah.
It will surely it will be helpful to all parents. And when people like you speak now, always a parent's mind is concerned with what happens after us. That's the main concern. So when you speak now, it fills the joy to us now. That's what we had from your speech. Thank you. Okay.
Really happy to know. Thank you. Yeah. Really hope we do that job well.
Hello. Hello.
Yeah, please
Can
go
you hear
ahead.
me? I'm AKK Menon
Okay.
from Palakkad. Congratulations, Sreesha Sudhakar. And also, I have got my experience with my daughter sharing with his brother. Even he could make him sing in the with a that is, and the cordial relationship that is more attached to the sibling. And this should be something the parents should understand. That is, there should not be any difference, and we should not feel he is retarded or autism. That is my feeling, and we should take it as our own person with all normal life. So I hope you will succeed in your career also. Make good attempt in making the public or the social systems to change to the present, to the attitude, their attitude, this stage of children. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you a lot. Lot encouraging.
Yeah. So I think we will hope there are no more comments and interaction. We will close the session here. So, thank you, Dr. Sreesha, for sharing your experience as a sibling and also bringing in many siblings today on this platform and sharing their experiences also. And it was very insightful, motivational, and inspiring, as many of the attendees commented. And there are many attendees today, in addition to from Nischinta family, there are many attendees from Parivar group and other organizations, and individually also people have come and joined the session. And thanks to all of them, and also for their comments and inputs from many of the attendees. So once again, thank you. And I would like to thank Major Sir and Sri Venkatayar for making today's session happen. So once again, thank you very much, everyone, for participating. And thank you, Sreesha. And looking forward to more continuing interaction from Sreesha.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Raju, sir.
Yeah, thanks. Yes.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you
Thank
so
you very
much.
much.
Thank you, Burda sir, for your presence.
Yeah,
Bijur
thank
sir,
you,
for your presence.
Major sir. Thank you.
Bijur sir, for the